So this Will Smith versus Chris Rock situation, as I predicted, as everyone else predicted, has been extremely viral, probably the most viral moment in the Oscars history, if not one of the most viral moments of all time in just Hollywood history in general. But now, other actors who aren't Chris Rock or Will Smith are commenting on the situation, and most of them are taking Chris Rock's side, as they should. I think Will Smith was extremely wrong in this situation. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that Will Smith did the right thing by standing up for his wife, even though he was literally laughing 5 seconds earlier at the joke that was made about his wife? And then he looked over at his wife and saw that she was kind of pissed off for whatever reason. And, you know, by the way, it sucks that she has a condition that makes her hair fall out or not be able to grow hair or whatever it actually does. I'm not sure. But men have a condition that's very, very similar, and I think it affects most men. It's probably affecting Jim Carrey. As you can see, you know, his hairline's going back a little bit in this video. So if a bald joke is made about a man, no one really cares, but for whatever reason, because it's made about a woman, it's a huge deal, whatever. Let me know in the comments if you think Will Smith should have stood up for his wife or not. But Jim Carrey is now commenting on the situation, and he is not happy about what Will Smith did at all, and he's not happy with Hollywood at all either. As you can see by the title of this article, it says Jim Carrey sickened by Oscar standing ovation for Will Smith. Hollywood is spineless. If you don't know, Will Smith, about 20 minutes after he slapped Chris Rock in the face, got awarded an Oscar and got a standing ovation for his speech, you know, while he's accepting that Oscar. Let's check out what Jim Carrey had to say about the whole situation with Will Smith and Chris Rock.
What do you think as you watched it unfold and then what happened after?
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
He's spot on with that, and it's taking most people in Hollywood who aren't Jim Carrey and who aren't the select few that have realized that. It's taking most people in there, everyone who's in the audience at the Oscars, to realize that they're not the cool kids anymore, and their ideals don't necessarily reflect the ideals of most of the Western world, of most of the United States. Their ideals are extremely extreme is really the only way that I can think to describe it. You know, they're very far left, so far that most of the United States, I would say 99% of the other parts of the United States and 99% of the other parts of the Western world don't think as left-leaning as they do in Hollywood. So whenever you try to impose those beliefs on other people, it does put you in a club that's not the cool club anymore. You're no longer in the cool club because your beliefs don't reflect the outside world as much as you think they do. It doesn't play the rest
this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. You know, that insult is going to last a very long time.
He's 100% right, man. And I don't know if, obviously Chris Rock probably has better lawyers than I could ever have. And he's probably smarter when it comes to these legal situations because he's probably been through a couple of them in his career. But I wish that Chris Rock would have sued Will Smith for one, entertainment purposes, and for two, because like Jim Carrey just said, this is going to live on forever. This moment is never going to go away. It's a legendary moment. It's an iconic moment, and it's not in Chris Rock's favor. This is the picture that's going to live on in infamy forever. It's Chris Rock getting slapped in the face. It's not going to be good for Chris Rock's brand. It's not going to be good for Will Smith's brand. This is a negative for everyone involved. Unless you're the Oscars, because this is the only reason why the eyes are on the Oscars, why the Oscars is even in anyone's mouth right now, because no one cares about the Oscars anymore. No one cares about the actual award. No one cares about the presentation. No one cares anymore. But, this is very, very beneficial when it comes to the Oscars. It's not beneficial for Will Smith or Chris Rock. Like I said, the thing is, this was caused by Will Smith. It's probably a teleprompter joke. Chris Rock might not have even wrote this joke. I don't know how it works. I don't know if they get to write their own jokes or not when they're presenting the Oscars. Let me know in the comments if you know. But it's a teleprompter joke that Chris Rock read off, and Will Smith decided that he was going to be fake offended on behalf of his wife because his wife ended up being offended, which, if we're being real, he shouldn't even be with that woman anymore because she's a failure of a woman. She's obviously very manipulative. She's a cheater. She's everything that you don't want in a wife. I'm sure that the only reason why he's still with her is because they have kids, and if he were to leave her, he would lose half of his wealth, so it sucks. it sucks that he's trash. You know, the old saying, it's cheaper to keep her. That's why I preach to everyone, whoever asked me and whoever cares about my opinion, to not get married, because it puts you in situations like this where you have to make a fool of yourself, because a lot of times these females will get you in situations where you have to do stupid stuff like this. They'll get you in situations where you have to go, not necessarily, you know, the average person going on stage at the Oscars and slapping Chris Rock in the face. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but they will get you in situations like this when they're as manipulative as Jada is. So it's never good to get married, in my opinion, but that's totally off topic. I think that Chris Rock should be pressing charges, but apparently, according to LAPD, Chris Rock isn't pressing charges against Will Smith. But yeah, this moment is never going to go away. And then, like I said, it's not going to be good for anyone's brand except for the Oscars. Maybe we'll get some more eyes on the Oscars next year. I honestly think that next year they'll probably try to pull another stunt like this, because I don't think this was faked, but I think the ratings for the Oscars probably improved so much, and just simply the mentions on Twitter, the mentions on social media of the Oscars improved so much that they're probably going to pull another stunt like this next year, just simply to get people talking about the Oscars. Next year, if something crazy like this happens, it's 100% faked. I don't think this one was faked. Let me know in the comments if you think it was faked though. And if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Once again, let me know what you think is going to happen with this entire situation with Chris Rock getting slapped in the face by Will Smith. Do you think Chris Rock will end up pressing charges or not? And what do you think is going to happen to the brands of Chris Rock and Will Smith? Let me know in the comments what you think about the whole situation. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to follow me on Twitter. The links to that will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.